Okay, we should be live, I believe. Just gonna make sure this all works, and then we can start. Should be live, I believe. Okay, the audio sounds good. Just gonna get this bad boy set up in Discord, and then we'll start. Alright, I think we should be good. The 3 games we're going to watch today in order. The first one will be the Saints and the Thunderbirds, Jets, Bills, and Bulldogs, Cardinals. And then tomorrow's order, I think, is Chargers, Diablos, Bucks, Caps, and Texans, Colts. Not tomorrow. Whenever I do it. Tomorrow weekend. Probably not tomorrow. Probably sometime on the weekend. What's good, Booby? What's good, Jax? What's good, Nick? Welcome, fellas. So Toronto's home, so that would mean they're 2. New Orleans is 1. Siri, can you give me a number between 1 and 2? Siri selected 1. So we will be using the New Orleans Saints. I know the Saints have a cool jersey combo. Hold on. Which one is it? I think it's the alternate classic. Yes. Do we want to rock with this, or do we want to rock with the regular away jerseys? Time to casually speed run some Minecraft. Oh, heck yeah, my guy. Don't they have another good white combo? Yes, they do. There you go. Your depth chart is... Is it fixed? Hold on. I actually don't think it is. Obviously, I would have noticed, and we could have fixed it after the game started, but... Yeah, that's a good call. I knew I was forgetting something. Silly me. Alright, we can auto it, and then I'll check if there's any differences. Okay, that all looks good. Yep. Alright, offense is good. Defense. Yeah, this is literally just the auto depth chart. That was easy. For the most part so far, I haven't noticed anything else. That's all right. Okay. Okay. I only had to make one change here. That was easy enough. Siri never chooses you. Well, welcome to Apple's life. Alright, we are using the New Orleans Saints. Thunderberg's talking smack. Let's see him back. Let's see. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo has been Jimmy Jesus the past 3 weeks. We'll see if that changes here and watched, but he's been quite wild. Next Friday is where you Green Day for St. Patrick's Day, but you call it Fighting Irish Day. You wish you had a Notre Dame jersey. Canada calls St. Patrick's Day Fighting Irish Day. That's... I don't know about that. That just feels weird. Be so sad if you lost to the Bulldogs. I don't know what to expect from London in a watch game. I don't think we've seen them since like week 1 of last year. So, who really knows with that team? I don't trust them in Sim. I don't trust Deshaun Watson in Sim, but he's quite good in Watched. So, I also don't know if I trust Ezekiel Elliott in Watched. So, I feel like the Bulldogs are either going to get smacked or they could be a good sleeper team. My big sleeper team for the playoffs, though, is the Jets. I think they could be really dangerous. They have a lot of pieces, particularly on offense. Oh my, it's snowing! Yes! January football, this is like what we like to see. Snowfall on the ground. Why do you have to wait till Saturday to lose? Don't worry, you only lose by about 20. Like week. What's good, Pog? Welcome. Still St. Patrick's Day. Your school comes up with stupid names for days before breaks or holidays. Oh. Well, that's a little bit odd, but okay. Who starts with the ball? It looks like Toronto will, so we will get to see Patrick Mahomes and company first. I think with what you did to Josh Jacobs, your offense just needs... I mean, that could just be our offense just had a bad day. Because, I mean, watch games can be very unpredictable. So, I really don't know what to expect this playoffs. I think most of these teams in the postseason have a legitimate case and a legitimate argument that they could win the Super Bowl. Or the OFL Bowl, not the Super Bowl. How many playoff wins does Nick have all time? I know it's not a large number. And I know this is his first playoff game in 21. I know you had a couple playoff wins last year, but it couldn't have been more than 1 or 2. This is Jose's, I think, second all-time appearance in the playoffs for the first time. We don't have to travel as far. Last year, New Orleans, I think, was the 6th seed. And they lost in a wild card round to the eventual OFL Bowl champion Panthers. Phone is trying to be in 480p. Yeah, right. 240p for me, please. Only one playoff win. Wow. I knew it wasn't a high number, but... Strong safety got up so slow for the sack. I wonder if the snow is going to make any effect. I know weather makes an effect, or at least a somewhat of a small effect on the next gen, but this isn't next gen, so I don't know. What was he doing there? That could have been bad. You predict the Bucks beat the Caps? I have the Bucks beating the Caps too. I think the winner of that game could go very far. I think both of those teams have a legit shot. I just trust the Bucks a little bit more in watched than I do the Panthers. Not that the Bucks' last watched game was very inspiring, because it wasn't. But Clay, Parker, or Pippen? Scotty. Definitely Scotty. I mean, I don't know how we can compare Tony Parker to those guys, because Tony Parker's a point guard, but I would pick Scotty, yeah. 3rd and 10. Mahomes up the middle. A strike into the hands of... I don't know who that is. In the hands of someone. That's Evan Engram, who had an outstanding season at tight end. We'll be mad if you lose to the Bucks. I mean, I think I could really see that game going either way. Both teams are kind of on a little cold stretch. At least in comparison to what they were doing earlier in the year. I think that's the best game of the week, to be honest. That game and Indy-Houston. Those are the two I'm really excited to see. But the team I'm most curious to watch might be the Jets. Because I have no clue what to expect out of them. Thunderbirds need to win, and you need to win so you can beat them. Thunderbirds Cardinals could be a second-round matchup if the Bucks were to beat the Caps, and obviously Toronto and Arizona win, which is easier said than done. I mean, the Saints and Bulldogs made the playoffs in the NFC Conference, so you got to give them some credit. Hakeem, Duncan, or Garnett? Probably Hakeem. What was he doing? Mahomes had like 3 terrible passes on that drive. It was a matter of time until one of them was caught by a defender, so an interception. What if we have another Josh Allen first round? That'd be kind of sad. So here is Jimmy Garoppolo, who was pretty average the first 13 weeks of the year. And ever since then, he's literally turned into a reincarnated version of Tom Brady. Love the Panthers rematch so you can beat him and watch for the second time this year. That'd be a really fun game. I mean, really any NFC game involving the 4 division winners in Tampa Bay would be very exciting. What if the NFC Championship is the Saints and the Bulldogs? That would be hilarious. That's not going to happen. That'd be really funny. Never understand why quarterbacks don't run. It's EA pocket awareness. They're dumb. Nice spin move. Who is that? Is that Marvin? What games are we watching? Today we have this game, obviously, Saints and Thunderbirds. Then Bills and Jets. And then Cardinals and Bulldogs. You've secured one big trade, one more to go. Ooh, interesting. If the Saints and Bulldogs was a championship, EA would lose all credibility. I wonder if the EA Sim engine is going to improve at all with their current title update, which they announced today, which is actually very good, and possibly Madden 22, because it seems like they're actually trying in Madden 22. For those who didn't notice, there was a leaked photo of them possibly adding a coaching carousel with offensive and defensive coordinators. No offers for Todd Gurley. Want to trade him though? I mean, I feel like Todd Gurley probably wouldn't have that much trade value because he's not super young and he's not elite. Anyone willing to bid on Marlon Humphrey? Outbid. I would certainly be interested in Marlon Humphrey. Yeah, I wouldn't mind adding another piece to the defense. I mean, we could use an elite corner. Kuda hasn't quite developed that much yet. I feel like he's 87, but he's worth a third. I'd say a third is fair for Todd Gurley in this league. I don't know about in real life. I think the Falcons would absolutely love a third-round pick for Todd Gurley in real life, but in this league, I'd say a 3, so yeah. 3rd and 4. Saints are in field goal range. That's not going to matter. First down up the middle. New Orleans is looking really good early. Who is 86? I don't know. Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton versus Darius Slay. I just realized that. That's fun. Todd Gurley's worth a 5th. And honestly, if the Falcons were to trade Todd Gurley's a free agent, so he wouldn't get traded. But I feel like you would almost have to have the Falcons give something just to get rid of him. Oh, fumble! It's picked up by Toronto at the 1. Oh, my word. Who fumbled that? I guess Le'Veon, and it was picked up by Kenny Clark. Who forced it away? Can't tell if that ball was out. I cannot tell who forced it either. He was trying to dive into the end zone, but the ball was ripped out as he was going for the pylon. Okay, I need to know. I need to know who forced that. No one did. So did Le'Veon just, like, drop it? Hold on. How can someone not have forced a fumble? That doesn't make sense. Okay, so yeah, he was trying to dive into the pylon, and he just dropped it. And that ball was clear as day out, so they're not going to review that. What happened to Jose? I don't know. I guess he's just been busy. He did vote on the awards, though. So, is that a safety? No, but it was close. Texans would give up Brandon Cooks for Todd Gurley. They would. Brandon Cooks on his way out. Ooh. Brandon Cooks. Last hurrah as a Columbus Cap. Give those breathing. You should be grateful that you guys got a turnover inside the 5-yard line. You're probably not going to get breathing room. I would imagine another run here on 3rd down. Gotta be wise. And he gets nothing. Who's top 2 in the MVP voting? I will not spill the beans. I think I'm going to do the MVP and all the award announcements before the OFL wall. Like, on that stream. Good first quarter so far. Both teams have turned it over. Patrick Mahomes with an interception. Le'Veon Bell at the fumble inside the 5-yard line, trying to dive into the end zone. So we get our first look at Keaton. Gotta watch out for the block. No block. But New Orleans should have plus field position. That was a nuke. What is he doing? That turned into a back of the end zone, watch out for a block with good field position punt into starting at the 21-yard line. There was no point of letting that ball go. That's like an 85-yard punt for Keaton, though. He's averaging 85 yards a punt in his playoff career. How about that? Garoppolo's 5 for 5. Make it 6 for 6, I think, right? Yeah. 6 for 6. Garoppolo's pass complete. You're going to count that as a one punt. I don't care. I don't blame you. You don't get to see many like, what was that, 85-yard punts? At least 85. The Saints' offense has been more impressive, I would say, than Toronto so far. Although Toronto, that second drive doesn't really count because they started up a 1. Heard so much about Keaton as your MVP and Bell for the other team. Well, Bell fumbled it. I don't think there is an MVP this game other than maybe Keaton. What if this game goes into like 5 overtimes because no one scores?
Garoppolo's pass complete to Darius Slayton. 5 yards on the play.
3rd and 3. Le'Veon gets the first down. Good run for New Orleans. Oh, Bell is the Thunderbirds MVP. Oh, yeah. And Mahomes is the Saints MVP.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Saints.
Not to start making a milkshake, so if you need, you yell. Okay. There's a good stop for John Johnson. Future Lion. One drive ended because EA does not know pocket awareness is. That's true, but I mean, one of the elements you have to battle in this game is EA. It's the snow and EA Sports, particularly the latter. 3rd and 13 now. Typical EA check down, because that's Madden. So both teams turn it over, and then both teams punt it. What a punt! Inside the 5.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
EA is the hardest thing to game plan for. That's facts. So for the second straight drive, Toronto starts inside the 5-yard line. They're not winning the field position battle at this point. That should help them a little bit. A first down, nice play after the catch by, I think that was Evan Engram. Toronto chilling with 2 rushing yards. To be honest, I thought it would be less than that. Oh, look at this run. There we go. Chris Carson making me bite my words. Done making you milkshake? That was like a minute. That was fast.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Mahomes with a strike in the hands of, I guess, Jamison Crowder. I think he's the only superstar skill position player on the offense who's healthy, because CeeDee Lamb isn't healthy.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Risky throw broken up by Jalen Ramsey, the best player on this Saints team. The Saints had a no-fly zone last year with Ramsey and Slay, but Darius Slay is now on the other side. Darius Slay and Darius Slayton were teammates. The irony. Where is Tommy the Thunderbird? That's my question in all of this. Hope he's not too cold.
That's good. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
2.5 to go. Nobody's scored yet.
Mahomes' pass complete to Mark Ingram. A 6-yard pickup brings up second.
That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning.
At the 33-yard line.
Tied at 0. Tight playoff battle. In the snow. Your mom loves to make you do things at the worst possible time. Oof. This is quite the high-scoring game indeed. At the end of NFL 21, we should do a thing like Sportsnet where we have a bracket and we vote for the best plays. That's an interesting idea. Best plays, best moments. I mean, not all the plays are saved because the Twitch streams, those were destroyed because Twitch gets rid of streams after like 2 weeks. But, I mean, all the plays on YouTube, that'd be a fine idea. I'm back. Whoa, look at all the scoring. But we're probably going to have a score on this play, a 50-yard field goal attempt for Butker. He should get it to go in, and it is. Our first points of the playoffs. It took us nearly a whole half.
Makes the score Thunderbirds 3, Saints nothing.
Mahomes does not look like Mahomes, and Garoppolo is reverted back to normal Garoppolo. This is a QB matchup of Super Bowl 54. Mahomes and Garoppolo.
At their own 24-yard line.
Only thing is that the trajectory of this game is a lot different. 3 points is a pretty big lead in this game. It's the biggest lead we've had yet. Jimmy G with I think Jimmy G has been a little bit better than Mahomes, although Mahomes did have a good previous drive. But Toronto's offense wasn't really showing a lot before then. The Saints have at least had a couple drives where they've been close.
Garoppolo's pass complete to Zay Jones. It's a gain of 9. Brings up
Your excuse is EA. I think everyone's excuse is EA.
48-yard line.
2nd and 1, tipped away.
Zay Jones incomplete. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 1. Le'Veon gets the first down. Was he inbounds? He was not. Hence why the Saints, I guess, called time. YouTube, can I not say deuce? That's odd. YouTube's hating. Wow, to the 12 for, I guess, Slayton again. Plan is to trade Humphrey and then use some pieces from that trade to get Isaiah Thomas. Well, you got to make sure Isaiah Thomas has interest in your team.
And the Saints first down.
That's the thing.
Garoppolo's pass complete to Le'Veon Bell. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
David at the 8 now, 30 seconds. Toronto's not going to get a drive before halftime, are they? New Orleans starts the ball in the second half, keep in mind, too.
Garoppolo's pass intended for Le'Veon Bell. Incomplete.
3rd and 6. Jimmy G under pressure, and he will throw it towards the back of the end zone. Toronto's defense with another red zone stop.
Garoppolo's pass
New Orleans is forced to kick the field goal.
is on for the field goal. A 25-yard attempt. His kick is good.
So we are now tied at 3 with what, like 15 seconds. Toronto might have a play or two. They have all 3 timeouts, and they have a quarterback who can eat it downfield. But will they?
His guys take over 1st and 10.
Are there any sims in playoffs? Yes. We will simulate in the playoffs if games do get ugly. The only game we won't sim is the OFL Bowl, and that's it. He gets out with 7 seconds. The field goal is possible. I mean, if they get like, what, like a 20, 25-yard gain here?
1st and 10 at the 40.
Unless they're just going to take a shot for the end zone, which it looks like they won't. It's going to be a screen. Yes, a halfback screen with 7 seconds. That was a good play by the running back to get out of bounds, though. So I take it that they're just going to lob up a Hail Mary.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
But yeah, that's a total logical call. With 7 seconds and all 3 timeouts from your own 41, you run a halfback slip screen. Mahomes, we know his arm can get it the distance, and it's incomplete. So we are tied at 3 at halftime. Both defenses playing well. The offenses are starting to pick it up a little bit, but we've got ourselves a tight one.
To kick off. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
What is this Green Bay play calling? Facts. Offensive explosion on tap today, indeed. Outside of a fumble, I mean, Le'Veon's had a few nice plays.
Number 26, Le'Veon Bell, the ball carrier. He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 6, another decent play for Bell.
On the carry. Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
You want Nick to win this game so you have the chance of a rematch? That would be a fun rematch for sure. If Toronto wins and Columbus wins, and you guys are guaranteed to play against each other.
Complete to Zay Jones.
no matter what happens in the Arizona-London game. But that also means no matter what happens, we will not get a we will not get a Caps and Thunderbirds NFC Championship. That would be mathematically impossible. Because if those two teams win, they're playing each other. In the playoffs, losing team gets football. That would be a bad idea. That wouldn't really be fair to the winning team that's winning, though. Because then everyone would choose to start with the ball if they won the coin toss, and the coin toss wouldn't really have any strategy. It could be like if it's like a 30-point game, and I get it, but if it's a 3-point game and the losing team wasn't supposed to start with the ball, I don't think that'd be fair. Dream Conference Finals is Caps Cardinals. That'd be a really fun game. But that would imply that Toronto and Carolina both go down, which is easier said than done. New Orleans offense is looking good early in the third quarter.
First down, Saints.
Bobby Wagner is now injured. Yeah, this has not been the game that the Thunderbirds were hoping for up to this point. Although there's still plenty of time, and it's tied. Toronto's not living up to their own expectations. That was a dangerous throw. The safety should have play on that ball. 3rd and 3 now from the 24. What game are we watching next? The next game is the Bills and the Jets. I know that game doesn't seem the most exciting, but I think it's going to be an interesting one. Especially to see what the Jets do. If we lose to the Bulldogs, he'll be requested to trade to London. Unless we want Toronto and the Caps. So that would be a literally impossible NFC Championship. Why are the Saints going for it? What a bad call. I get it's the playoffs, and I can't really fault them for being aggressive, but that was idiotic. So it remains tied at 3 due to the idiocy of EA Sports. Pitch, strike down the middle. Umpire calls a ball. Speaker says Angel Hernandez in midseason form. Yeah, I saw that the other day. That was funny. Good old Angel. When you're watching Bulldogs and Cardinals, that'll be the last game we watch today. Did SWR do good? I have no clue how the Blue Jays did today. I couldn't tell you. Chargers and Bulldogs from the memes. That'd be funny. Two teams that were not supposed to make the playoffs make the OFL ball. Who would win that game? I really don't know. Probably the Bulldogs, but who knows?
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49.
Wait, the game hasn't started yet. Yeah, I couldn't tell you because it hasn't started. Otherwise, I would totally know, wink wink. Toronto using the momentum off that stop. Their offense looks poised and quick, which I haven't really been able to say about them all day.
Chris Carson, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. Chris Carson on the carry. He's tackled at the 32-yard.
Bulldogs will have 9 wins in the NFC, is 11 in the AFC. That's fair.
3rd and 1.
That would imply that the Bulldogs would be the 1 seed. Or tied with the 1 seed. Game would be so much easier if you had CeeDee Lamb. Maybe. Toronto's at the 30 now. What if we don't have a touchdown today?
Chris Carson, the ball carrier.
That'd be a little bit crazy.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7. Mark Ingram, the ball carrier. Fred Warner in on the tackle. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. This is one of the biggest plays of the game, I would say, so far. Mahomes, a strike up the middle, a first down for Toronto, inside the 5. That might be a touchdown, and it is. Who made that play? That was an incredible move after the catch. I think that's Gallup. Wow. What a play. That was a good throw by Mahomes, but that was all Michael Gallup. These games would be easier if EA used logic. You're absolutely right about that.
Is good. Makes the score Thunderbirds 10, Saints 3.
19 seconds left in the quarter. Toronto now up 10-3. Can someone please explain to me why the Saints went for it again? New Orleans is still far from out of it. Currently down by 7. They have 8 minutes. Just realized DeMarcus Lawrence is playing the Bulldogs for the second time. I'm confused.
Garoppolo's pass.
In the playoffs?
Marvin Jones. It's a gain of 23 yards.
Who did DeMarcus Lawrence previous play for again? Hold on. Was the Bulldogs in the first OFL Super Bowl? Was DeMarcus Lawrence on that team? With Cameron Jordan? I don't remember that. Hold on. Where was he originally from? New Orleans already instead of a 49. They're moving quickly. Did Reggie Peters get hurt? I wasn't looking at the screen. If that's the case, that wouldn't be good news. I don't see him on the field. So, oof. If we include the Simi, are you the playoff predictive Raven? I don't even remember who made the playoffs for the most part this Simi here.
Complete to Hayden Hurst. A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 3. Garoppolo, huge first down. He showed the... Okay, so that means he's completely fine if it's the bench cutscene.
Complete to Hayden Hurst. A gain of 9 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Ben Incognito retired and the team went boom. Well, I don't know if it's directly Incognito's fault. That'd be funny if it was. Jimmy G gets rid of it at the last second. Oh my word, it's caught. That was a very lucky play by the Saints, but it kind of worked. In the hands of Zay Jones. New Orleans has been in the red zone twice. 1 field goal, no touchdown. T-Birds having their top 2 players that are best on their team would be a big oof from EA. I'm confusion. Can I show Bobby Wagner's injury? Hold on. Let's see the injury report. Because I don't know if I've seen Bobby Wagner back.
Garoppolo's pass complete to Zaji.
All right, let's see here. Reggie Peters' muscle cramps. He will be fine. Bobby Wagner, dislocated elbow, TBD. So that means he'll be out. And it's not just a 1-week thing. So Bobby Wagner might be out for a little bit. Reggie Peters should be good to return shortly, though. Come on, Jimmy Jesus, make the game fun. We can make it fun here on 3rd and 5 if he does something wild. Jimmy G is all day in the pocket. Touchdown, New Orleans. We're tied at 10. The offenses have really picked it up here in the second half. I think that's Marvin Jones with the score.
Marvin Jones. Touchdown, New Orleans.
If you're not on the IT list, you're not going to trade Marlon Humphrey. I mean, maybe Marlon Humphrey could be that piece to get Isaiah Thomas. I mean, you're saying you would trade Marlon Humphrey for a bunch of pieces. I mean, I think the Chiefs would love a guy like, say, Marlon Humphrey. This has been a good game. I know it hasn't been super high scoring, but it's been tight from start to finish. So, and the offenses are picking it up in the second half. I think this has been a good game.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mahomes on first down, up the middle. It's caught quickly by Crowder.
Jamison Crowder. That's good. 4A. First and 10. At
So
the
far, so good
45-yard
for the
line.
Toronto offense. Saints should be winning, but the 4th down and fumble might be their undoing. You might be right. Chris Carson is now hurt. Even if Toronto wins this game, they are getting hammered by the injury bug today. What's the cutscene, though? Bench. Okay, he's fine. So even though they've gotten hammered, I mean, Bobby Wagner might be the only player who's out long term. Because Peters is fine, Carson's going to be fine. And the run game is solid without Chris Carson. Mark Ingram, I think, has debatably been better this year. Devontae Freeman's a fine compliment.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So far, so good on this drive for the Thunderbirds. We'll see if that holds up. How has senior team fall apart? The game's tied. They had one serious injury. I don't know if I'd say falling apart yet. I mean, this game hasn't been as easy as I imagine Toronto would have hoped. You swear, whenever you have success, EA is just like, nah. 3rd and 2, they do not get it. That could knock them out of field goal range, too. This is a 55-yard kick. They could go for the 55-yarder, they could go for it, or they could punt it. What are they going to do? They're going to go for the kick. 55-yard attempt for Harrison Butker. If anyone's going to make it, it's going to be him. Not even close. Wow. New Orleans has a chance to drive down the field and take the lead. Imagine if Toronto, who looked like the best team, I would say, in the league for a large part of the regular season, is the first team eliminated from the playoffs. That would be pretty unbelievable.
Number 26, Le'Veon Bell, the ball carrier. Solomon Thomas made the tackle.
New Orleans is just trying to run the ball so far. Le'Veon with a nice run inside the 50.
The handoff to Le'Veon Bell. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of
Just like the Steelers.
And the Saints first down.
Yeah, to an extent. Garoppolo, short throw for Bell. 2.5 minutes to go now. Jimmy G has played quite well today.
Complete to Le'Veon Bell. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to throw it to Le'Veon. Yep. That'll probably bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Garoppolo's pass. Complete to Le'Veon Bell.
10-10. New Orleans has it, nearing field goal range, but it's going to start with a 3rd and medium. Oh boy, 3rd and 6. It looks like they're going to run it here. I don't really get that call for New Orleans. Yeah, they're going to run it. And Le'Veon does not get much. Are they in field goal range? This is a 53-yard kick. If Butker misses from 55, then I don't trust New Orleans from 53. Toronto wisely calls timeout number 1. I don't know who the Saints kicker is, so I can't remember. Oh my word, that kick looks good. Is it good? It is. New Orleans takes a 3-point lead with 1:51 to go. Toronto has plenty of time, though. They have 2 timeouts, and they have more than enough time. So if Toronto loses this game, the excuse will not be time. I can tell you that. Here comes out Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Mahomes, in my opinion, has been outplayed today by Jimmy Garoppolo. But that won't really matter if he has a great drive here. And a field goal ties it. So a field goal would be more than a fine scenario for Toronto. I would imagine the wind is probably against you guys, Nick. That's probably why he missed that. Toronto already has hit the opposing 45 after 2 plays. The excuse is EA. I mean, I'm not totally going to disagree. When are they going to start calling timeouts? That's what I'm curious about. They're not going to call one there. And now we're down to 45 seconds. Mahomes with a strike up the middle of the 20. I would call timeout right now. They're not. And they actually waste 12 seconds, and then they call time, because that's EA Sports. And now they're down to 28 seconds and 1 timeout. Will they go for the end zone? I'm fully expecting to check down at the end of the game to cost them a win. Okay, well, that's not a terrible call. They should call time now. They don't. Okay. What's going on? There's 10 seconds. Oh, he's going to spike it. All right, Toronto is 8 seconds and 2 plays. Oh, they can kick the field goal. I totally forgot about that. I was thinking in my head there they needed a touchdown, but yeah. All they need is a field goal. This should be a chip shot. 30 yards for Butker.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal.
For the season, to tie it in the playoffs. Harrison Butker, a 30-yarder. That looks good. And it is good. Tied at 13 with 4 seconds to play. We are probably going into overtime.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
And that's it, the best kicker. Who knows? Whichever team EA hates the least is probably going to have the best kicker. With 8 seconds and 1 timeout, if I was Toronto, I would have probably gone for the end zone again. I don't know why they kicked the field goal so early. They really mismanaged the clock on the end of that drive. They're lucky they scored, but they managed the clock very poorly. I think for the playoffs, the overtime is 8 minutes. And then obviously, if we need double overtime, then that'll happen. Who wins the toss? Toronto wins the toss. Okay. The Thunderbirds will start on offense. So Toronto can win it right here with a touchdown. The Google moderator team keeps striking down your messages. The Thunderbirds have played pretty well offensively here in the second half. All they need to do is score a touchdown and the game is over. I think that's how they did in the playoffs. I don't think the other team gets an opportunity if there's a touchdown in the playoffs either. Wheeling and dealing.
At their own 25-yard line.
All right, early flag. Probably a hold. Yep. Would you rather first and 20 or second and 10? Probably for 19. Same thing. And New Orleans will accept it. So it's still first down, but now it's first and 19. If I was Toronto, I would for the most part abandon the run. Their pass game has looked good today, and their run game is, or as of late, and their run game is not. So I would try to throw the ball. Right as I say that, second and 17. It's a gain of 19 yards. I didn't mean to press over. Crowder with 69 yards on the day. Nice. Hate when your O-linemen make useless holds. Yeah, Carson wasn't gaining anything on that play, but not that it really matters. Now at the 36, another run. This one is a good one, though. There he goes, still alive. Mark Ingram to the 48. That was a really good run. Like how you can't say stuff, but Call of Duty YouTubers can say anything. Well, YouTube picks and chooses, I guess. I don't know. Gain of nothing on that play. Maybe a yard. Second and 9. Nobody joins Mahomes in the backfield. Ooh. Ooh, up the middle. Toronto's in field goal range. Now, I imagine the Thunderbirds aren't thinking about field goals here, but for what it's worth, if they were to get stopped, a field goal would be acceptable. Your brother and his friends are Mahomes haters and Jackson lovers. Well, why do they hate Mahomes? There's no reason to hate Mahomes. I mean, I get why they love Lamar Jackson. But I don't see how Mahomes is dislikable. Other than his team wins a lot. Wide open, Evan Ingram inside the 10. This could be it. The Thunderbirds are marching. New Orleans might not even get a shot. I would run the ball here on first down. They should run it and get 3 or 4 yards. Or more. Ingram walks it off. Game over. Toronto's moving on. Mark Ingram with the rushing touchdown, and New Orleans' playoff chances, despite a great fight, are over. And no matter what happens, Toronto will be home next week. They can't play Carolina. If Columbus wins, Columbus is coming back to Toronto. If Columbus loses, the winner of the other game will be going to Toronto. There were really some points where the Thunderbirds looked like they were not going to win this game, but they played well down the stretch, and they were able to hold on. So despite a very tough fight from the Saints, their season is over. Thunderbirds with their first playoff win of OFL 21, yeah. Will it be the first of many, though? That's the question. Garoppolo was good. Mahomes really played poorly at the beginning, but the second half, he was very impressive. Nobody ran the ball all that well, although Mark Ingram was really good in OT. Evan Engram was great. Michael Gallup had a few big plays. Jamison Crowder, nice amount of yards. This was a fun first game. Not a lot of sacks. Were there any sacks? There were none. Huh. All right. Time for the Bills and the Jets. I'm really intrigued by this game. I know the AFC East was a dumpster fire, and it doesn't look like the most of exciting games, but I'm curious to see what happens here. All right. Siri, give me a number between 1 and 2. 1. So that means we're going to use the Jets. The Jets don't have any cool throwbacks. We'll just rock out with their regular jerseys. Can Buffalo stop Madden's MVP in Matt Ryan and Derrick Henry? These two teams did play well towards the end of the year. You do have to give them some credit. So, well, we'll see which one wins a playoff game and could move on. If the Jets most likely play the Cougars, if the Bills win, they most likely play the winner of Indy Houston. Jets have a lot of playmakers on offense. A.J. Brown was an Offensive Player of the Year candidate. Kenny Golladay is very good. Derrick Henry, obviously, that one kind of goes without saying. Player Madden 20 was your quarterback. He was a yeeter. Finished games with 500 yards in 10-minute quarters. It's Star Dev. So 2 interceptions as well. So he's Jameis Winston, pretty much. Bills start with the ball. We get to see Stafford and company first. Gain of 5. Who's the Bills running back again? I totally forget. Well, I guess we'll find out. Isn't it Jamal Williams? It is Jamal Williams, yeah. The Bills have some good receivers, too. Amari Cooper, Cortland Sutton. That's a pretty... So these two teams have 2 of the better receiving tandems in the league. With solid older quarterbacks who'd love to get an OFL Bowl win. Or at least some OFL playoff wins at the twilight of their careers. Guys, if you can't tell, you really hate... You shouldn't hate EA today. Help said he had an X-Factor double B on the side with deep route stuff and a running back named Barkley. Leonard Floyd with the first sack of the stream. What's good, Cobra? The Jets have not lost a playoff game in OFL 21. Their last playoff game was the OFL Bowl in the sim year, remember. They did not make it last year, and in the sim season, they took it all the way and won. Why can't I say Dustin replace D with D? You would have to talk to YouTube about that one, Chief. That was dangerous, Stafford. EA tried to screw you over numerous times. You're not wrong. You are absolutely right, but you still won. So you can't totally hate them, even though they gave you a heart attack. So far, so good for the Bills. The Jets' strength is definitely not their defense.
Jamal Williams, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
Stafford under pressure. That's a strip sack. And the Bills pick it up. Justin Houston this time. Jets pass rush looking quite good so far. That could knock the Bills out of field goal range. 3rd and 12. It's complete, so that'll keep him in field goal range, but that won't be a first down.
Stafford's pass complete to O.J. Howard. A gain of 9.
Yeah, but Bobby Wagner is the only one who's seriously hurt, to be fair. I mean, we didn't really hear from Chris Carson in that overtime period, but I'm pretty sure he's fine. Ooh, was O.J. in bounds? I think he was, yeah. Jets wasting timeouts in a playoff game. You can't do that.
Brett Maher on for the field goal.
Can I say simp?
46-yard attempt.
I don't know, can you? Bills make it from 46, so they lead first as it's 3-0. So excited for this offseason. I am fully expecting some fireworks from you guys this offseason. Better not disappoint.
Brett Maher is set to kick off. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here is Matt Ryan, who finished with the Triple Crown. Most yards, most touchdowns, and most interceptions. So again, pretty much Jameis wins. Jets will be Jets, maybe. You're having everything deleted? What do you mean? Had to go back to the first Westlake game to remind myself how Octane blew a lead. I remember that game. Derrick Henry said, "Get off me, good sir." Casual gain of 22. Every message is getting deleted? That's odd.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
Wentz got robbed. We'll see if Wentz gets robbed in our vote.
New York. Derrick Henry on the carry. The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Play action fake. Ryan gets it to Derrick Henry. For 2. Imagine the Browns trade up and trade Justin Fields. Well, that would be odd. I'll tell you that. Google management keeps striking down messages. Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. Here's a nice first down up the middle to the 26. Who is 14? That looks like a face cam, but I can't tell who. Mohamed Sanu. I didn't realize they had him. So they have Sanu and Galladay, just like the Lions. Will the Lions have those players in 2 weeks? Who knows? Probably not. Out of the 12, Derrick Henry looks like the Derrick Henry we all know and love.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, Jets.
Back to Henry, shrugs off more defenders, says, "Get off me."
Henry again, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 7.
Yeah, just use hyphens instead of spaces. That'll work.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Hyphen, the new space. Ryan gets it of a 1.
Ryan's pass.
Oh, probably in the first quarter.
Mohamed Sanu.
Unless they get this playoff, which actually might happen. They don't. First quarter in the books. Bills lead 3-0, but the Jets are awfully close to the end zone.
Bills 3, Jets nothing.
Are they going to start the quarter with a touchdown? They do. Derrick Henry with the score, and the Jets are on top.
On the carry. Touchdown.
FU Google moderator team. What if I was on that team? I'm not.
The kicker
That'd be funny if I
on
was.
the point after.
Yeah, apparently that passes.
His kick is
Just
good.
like
Makes the score
put an
Jets
asterisk next
7,
to
Bills 3.
Every vowel. I don't know. Or replacing every vowel. And we got an injury. Who's 13? I don't know who 13 is. But he's hurt. Why the hell would Henry even consider heading to the Jets? Well, Derrick Henry wasn't given a choice. He was drafted by the Jets. And considering they won the championship in the sim here, I don't think Henry's really minded. Did we do a fantasy draft? We sure did.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Gain at 2 for Jamal Williams. 3rd and 7 now.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and
Skipped a few chapters. Ooh, another sack. The Jets have 3 sacks today. This one by Dean Lowry.
a loss of 7. It's 4th down. Ryan Winslow in punt formation.
Lamar do be on the bungles. Do we got ourselves a... Ooh, what a punt. Down to the 3.
The Jets take over.
Our second what a punt of the playoffs.
3-yard line.
Right? We had one last game, didn't we? Yeah, we did. So Tom Brady's on the Bucks as a backup. Tom Brady's bounced around on like 3 different teams as a backup. I think Tom Brady's been on 5 teams in OFL 21. He started in Washington, which are obviously now the Caps. Then I think it was Washington or Baltimore. He got cut by Baltimore. We signed him. We let him go. Then Houston got him. Houston got rid of him. And now he ends up on the Bucks. And Wilson is a backup to a 55 overall quarterback, yeah.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Jimmy Ward.
Isn't he like 48? He would be like 45, I think, here.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the
3rd and inches. You have Derrick Henry on your team. I'm pretty sure he should even want to get the ball. Wonder if Google will let people say Washington's old name. I guess there's only one way to find out. Oh my, it's a pass, and it actually worked. Quiet days for Galladay and A.J. Brown, though, so far. Haven't heard a lot from them. Oh my, it worked. They allow Washington's old name.
Ryan's pass intended for Kenny Galladay. Incomplete. LaMarcus Joyner there defensively.
Matty Ice up the middle. Who is this tight end? Whoever he is, he's pretty good. Charles Leno is hurt. That's not ideal news for the Jets. Dallas Goedert. Oh, that's his first catch. I feel like he had a few. I guess not. Ryan trying to float it up for Galladay. Rednecks. Oh, wait, wrong name. But Washington Rednecks. That'd be funny. Dick, you working with YouTube or something? What's good, Naruto? Welcome.
Derrick Henry on the carry.
3rd and 6. Can the Jets convert? Okay, we should be back now. I think my controller has enough energy for the next hour at least, and I think the stream will probably be around another hour or so, so I think that hopefully it should be enough. And if it isn't, I'm going to have to cry myself to sleep tonight. Alright, let me just reopen the chat real quick. I'm going to notify the Discord that we're back. Alright, let's get back into it. 3rd and 6. Big play to open up here. And the Jets don't get it. Matt Ryan's 6 for 9, though. He almost has 69 yards. Damn. 4th and 2. They could go for it. You can make an argument that they should go for it. On 4th and 2? What's this? They're just going to punt it, and it's actually a darn good punt at the 15. Welcome back, friends. Stafford has taken a beating today. He's been sacked 3 times. Yeah, I don't know why the Jets didn't go for it. That should have been a pick. That was right in his hands. Holy cow. But, I mean, you had it in enemy territory. It was only 2 yards away, and you have Derrick Henry. I would have gone for it. I don't think it's a terrible call to punt it, because we're still in the first half, and you're only up by 4. I would have gone for it there, though, with Derrick Henry. Getting a first down there would be such huge momentum. Stafford has been a human pinata. Yeah, pretty much. Welcome to his life in Detroit. Kind of sad that last year's offensive line is arguably the best one he's had. That's sad to me. And last year's backfield, talent-wise, was probably the best he's ever had, which, again, is really sad. Two-minute warning, 7-3. Who starts with the ball in the second half? I think the Jets do, so they can really do some damage here. Getting the ball back, their defense has been surprisingly really good.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. At their own.
All right, they need 69 yards to drive down the field. Nice. If they were to score a touchdown, field goal is acceptable too. That would keep it a 1-score game, though. That was dangerous. Jets are lucky that wasn't broken up or intercepted. That could have been bad. Mohamed Sanu's probably been their best receiver today. That's a little bit wild. Ryan is sacked by Stephon Tuitt. Chris Jones was in the area as well. Bulls are not calling the timeout. Are the Jets just going to run it, considering they're chewing clock? No, they're not. So they took 30 seconds off the play clock for no reason. Ooh, are they going to give them a first down? They're not. I thought there was a chance they would have with the forward progress. Bills' offense hasn't been the same since they traded Mark Ingram. Well, didn't they trade Mark Ingram at the beginning of the year? Or in the offseason? Another really good punt. Bounces right in the front of the end zone. That was close.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their
From
own
Castle.
10-yard line.
What a guy. So the Jets have 45 seconds to do something. The Jets. The Bills, I'm stupid. And they're going to do something all right. Courtland Sutton gets 40 to the 40. Are both of these CPU teams? No, both of these are actually user teams. Although neither of their coaches are overly active. Stafford is sacked again. It's a fumble. It's picked up by the Bills. That was close. Stafford's fumbled it twice now. He's been sacked 4 times. Second and 28. 12 seconds. And they're running checkdowns with no timeouts because this is EA Sports. Or, you know, I've never seen ever coach. Well, if the Jets coach is Perry, I imagine he's just been busy. The Bills guy, yeah, though, he's not super active. The Bills have 69 passing yards today. Nice. Another low-scoring first half. This was what it was like in the first game. Actually, it was even more low-scoring. In the second half, there was a lot more offense. Game, are you going to decide to load? I don't want to see this the screen. Thank you. Thank you, Madden, for actually doing me a solid. Believe it or not. Yeah, the Jets do start the ball. Okay, we'll see what they can do here to open up the third quarter. Derrick Henry did not get the ball enough. He was really good in the first half when he got the ball. Just that one is a contact creator, so he can't be here all the time. The other one is just inactive. Yeah, pretty much. I feel like Derrick Henry got it less than 8 times, even though he should still be getting it more. He needs to be the focal point of the offense, in my opinion, because Galladay and A.J. Brown have been covered. Ryan hasn't been able to get them the ball. So, how would you say I have done? I'd say you've done fairly good. You've built up a pretty good roster. That was a bad throw by Matt Ryan. So the Bills open things up with a stop. GM/guy, I know what you mean there, Chief. I mean, we all thought your decision to pick Smirnoff over Painter was not a good one, and look who's laughing now. I'm still a believer that Painter's going to pick it back up, but, I mean, he hasn't been overly encouraging, whereas Smirnoff is in the MVP race, and he has a shot to win it. Jamal Williams has 19 rushing yards, and the pass rush has been even better than the run defense. This Jets front seven has really impressed me. I mean, they don't have a ton of household names, but they're doing a great job today. How would I say you've done as a coach? I would say you've done pretty well. You've also built up a good team consistently. Last year in OFL 20, OFL 19 as well. Even though you only have 2 playoff wins. Reasoning for Ricky Smirnoff is that he would take a cheaper contract. Well, I mean, considering he's a user, he probably will take a cheaper contract. And the fact that Smirnoff's also happened to be better, that just looks like a win-win. Third and 13. The Bills get it. Who is 55? 55 just saved that first down because the ball carrier was going to stretch the ball past the pylon. But 55 came in right at the right time to stop that. So 55, whoever you are, you get my salute, good sir. What? No! Should have like 3 or 4 playoff wins, but you know, EA Sports, it's in the game. The fake punt, and Josh Allen said nah. And of course, 4th and 22. That was a good one too. Ryan is sacked by Kyler Fackrell. Smirnoff was also great in interviews. Thought he'd be good publicity on top that he's going to be top 3 in MVP voting. Well, I mean, it certainly paid off. I was expecting more offense in the second half. We have not gotten that. We've gotten a lot of defense. 3rd and 19. A short pass to Galladay, who I don't think has touched the ball yet. EA logic. 4th and 22 is the final nail in the coffin. Yeah, it was. I remember correctly. Once we got that stop, there was no chance we were going to the game. NFC stands for not effing around. AFC stands for a fun conference. If you saw the hall, the what hall? The Hall of Fame that brought nobody in the major leagues because the MLB's dumb. That hall gives you a reason to be sad.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Hall of Picks. Has Jax destroyed all of his draft picks and traded them away? AFC and NFC are like NBA East and West. Yeah. You are absolutely right about that comparison. This is like the Pacers and the Raptors. The Jets are like the Raptors because they just won the championship the other year. Yeah, this is like a Pacers-Raptors playoff series. Check the press release. Oh yeah, I saw that. Are you coaching, Chief? If that's the case, who do we have available? The Steelers are now available. Walty DM'd me this morning saying that he didn't have time to coach. The Titans, the Raiders, the Bengals, and the Sentinels. And there's probably going to be more teams that open up in the offseason, too, possibly. Jax just, no, I'm not accepting that trade. You'll try? Sweet. Well, I mean, if you want to see the rosters, you can check the roster video, or if you just want to pick a team without seeing the roster video, I guess that works, too. Of those 5 teams, who would I say is the best? None of them are playoff teams. The Sentinels have a high pick, and they have Tua. The Bengals have Lamar Jackson, but they're, I don't know, they're just a weird team. The Raiders are probably the most interesting team here, I would say. They have a good rookie quarterback in Eddie Small. They have year-old players, C. Bush. The Titans aren't very interesting. And then the Steelers have a solid rookie quarterback. They have a few pieces on offense. That was a beauty by Matt Ryan. That's in the chat for Walty. I think Walty is a user player on the Sentinels. That's A.J. Brown's 2nd catch of the game. He had like 110 in the regular season. Sentinels, okie dokie. Yeah, the Sentinels have a high pick. They have Tua, as I said, Leonard Fournette, DeAndre Swift, Michael Thomas, Tyrone Gordon, who's a sick receiver. Who do they have on defense? Who was their 1st overall pick? Oh, I think it was Mike Thomas. Yeah, their defense isn't great, so that would certainly be a little bit of a rebuild, but they have a fun squad. Steelers are Rookie of the Year finalists and an offensive player. No, McCaffrey's on the Bucks. The Steelers have Nick Chubb. Can't find this roster. You might just have to scroll a little bit, but it's there. It's called Season 2 OFL 21 rosters. You just have to scroll a little bit because of all the streams. Oh, the Chiefs are a CPU team. Yes, you're right, Boomy. The Chiefs are also a CPU team. They have a user quarterback who wants out. So you could always try to convince him to stick around. But outside of Isaiah Thomas, their team isn't very good. They have a good offensive line, and that's about it. Tyrone Gordon, you almost... Imagine if you guys had Tyrone Gordon. The trade wouldn't work. You can't trade 2020... Yeah, you can't trade 2025. Fix that.
The Bills take over 1st and 10.
You're going to go with the Chiefs? Okay. So you can... So if you want to be the Chiefs, you can try to convince Isaiah Thomas to stay there. And if he still wants out, you can trade him pretty much wherever you want. Isaiah Thomas can still list teams that he would prefer to go to, and those teams might be the only ones who would offer. But, I mean, you could trade him wherever. Oh, noobs. Oh, I thought you said that. My bad. Yeah, at worst, Isaiah Thomas is a big bargaining chip who should be worth a lot. So, This really makes the whole Isaiah Thomas thing interesting now that they have the coach. There's been no offense in the second half. The offenses have just not tried today. And these teams have good offenses, too. But I wonder if I think there's a legit shot Isaiah Thomas could stay as a Chief now. It seemed like all the bridges were burned. There was no way he would return. Take the Steelers and give me Nick Chubb. Raptors and Pistons play in 15. Boomy, do me a favor and beat us. Don't beat us too bad, but beat us. Because I want that man cake coming. IT would probably be worth more than a top 5 pick, I think. I think he'd be worth a high pick and then some. Because he's a proven good young quarterback. So I think he should command a lot. Chris Jones with a sack. A lot of sacks in this game after there were none in the first one. Yeah, IT might still want to leave. Because, I mean, the roster around him is not great. So, I think there's still a legit shot he would still want to go. And I wouldn't blame him. Isaiah Thomas is a superstar, yeah. He's a superstar. I think he's a 79 overall at the moment. And he's really good, but their run game is... Oh, and they have Scooter. I forgot. The Chiefs also have Scooter Young at quarterback, which also makes things interesting. I don't know how much longer you can keep both of those guys on the roster. I would have to imagine Scooter's going to want to start somewhere. How much is Smirnoff worth? Smirnoff's worth your next 2 drafts and your 3 best players, and that's still a no from the Cardinals. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Oh, a strip sack. Matthew Stafford has fumbled it 3 times today, and all 3 times the Bills have recovered it. Yeah, Scooter is also a superstar, but he's like a 70 overall, I think. You would have to redo the Scooter trade? Well, the Chiefs didn't have the coach beforehand, so any Scooter... Oh, yeah, I said I would allow it. That's right. But if the Chiefs do keep Isaiah Thomas, I imagine there would be an easier way to get Scooter, but are you sure you want Scooter with Carson Wentz throwing nearly 40 touchdowns and 6 picks? Who the hell decided to put 2 user quarterbacks? Well, the Chiefs were a user team for a while. Their coach stepped down like a week or 2 ago. But he drafted 2 user quarterbacks in the same year. Remember when Isaiah Thomas was a lock to go to the Eagles? And then that didn't happen? Fun times. The Jets have 6 sacks today. Holy smokes.
A big loss on the play.
You can convince Yeah, I think if Isaiah Thomas wants out, there's no reason for Scooter to leave. So if Isaiah Thomas is gone, I think Scooter would be happy to stick around. Why the hell didn't he trade one of them? Isaiah Thomas was too good to be traded. And he had Scooter at running back. So, yeah. The Chiefs are an odd team. The Mahomes is worth your next 15 drafts, your 15 best players, and some Oreo cookies. Yeah, then they got Buckley, who has been good for an undrafted player. What if the Eagles traded for Isaiah Thomas, though? I mean, Buckley's not a sure thing. I mean, he's a fine player, but I don't think he's great. I remember when he was an undrafted free agent, I thought he was going to have an X Factor. And he didn't.
Ryan's pass complete to Kenny Galladay. It's a
3rd and inches.
brings up 3rd and inches.
Have we had a first down in the second half? I genuinely don't know if we have. I don't know if he got it. I think so. They're going to give it to him. Want to get to the London, Arizona. I am with you. This has been a snooze fest for the most part.
A gain of 1 yard.
Good thing only one of these teams are moving on, right? You got some rebuilding to do. I mean, the Chiefs have pieces, but they have a quarterback who might want out, another quarterback, and a lot of nothing.
Ryan's pass.
Smirnoff is the only quarterback you've stayed committed to for a whole franchise when you've been a coach. Well, I mean, he has certainly been elite. There's no reason not to stick with him. I wonder who the best quarterback who's been drafted in the first 2 years would be, like, career-wise.
It's a gain of 6.
Painter and Colbert are the only X factors, but Isaiah Thomas has been great. Chippendale's been great. Small looks to be really good. Obviously, Smirnoff has been spectacular. Both teams should be eliminated, I agree. And we should allow, like, the Niners or the Packers in the NFC to take their spot. 2nd and 3. Derrick Henry with the first down. Buffalo's chances are really looking slim. Noob says, Smirnoff, why am I not surprised by that answer? Remember when you truly committed to Jack Jackson for one season? Did Jack Jackson ever play in the OFL? I know Champ Britton was in the OFL, in OFL 19, and I picked him. This offseason, you're getting your franchise guy. Well, I mean, you have the draft capital to do so, and with not a lot of QB-needy teams at the top, you'll have a good chance. I know in FG's list of first-round players, I think 2 of the top 3 projected players were quarterbacks. Let me check. I'm not going to say names. I'll have the draft class video once I get the draft class, but... Hold on, let me check my my DMs with FG, because I know he sent me that list. Yeah, the top 2 players... Oh, no, he did it by position. Oh. Well, there are 2 quarterbacks projected to go in the first round. And one of them's Canadian! Oh, Bowie's getting the Canadian! It has to happen. When you said Jack Jackson, I was thinking OFL, but yes, Packer FGFL legend Jack Jackson. Why am I just realizing that now? Good old Tyrell Washington, what a guy. Smirnoff can end it. He could. He certainly could. That'd be something. 3rd and 7. This is for the game. Garoppolo with the first down. That's GG. Finally, thank God. You will need the Canadian. Boomy's drafted the Canadian quarterback that FG made. Why did I click next quarter? Not that it matters. Alright, there we go. There's your ball game. The Jets are moving on. They will play the Cougars if the Chargers win. No, they'll play the Cougars if the Diablos win. If the Chargers win, then the Jets will play the winner of the Houston-Indy game. If he did not get Superstar this offseason, well, did he lead the league in any category, or was he super high in any category? Because if he wasn't, then he probably won't go up. Thank God, and I'm with you, dude. I can't even argue against that. This game was not the most interesting. Stafford fumbled it 3 times. He doesn't even show up here. He fumbled it 3 times. Offensive Player of the Year candidate A.J. Brown had 2 catches for 20 yards. If you look in player... Oh, did FG list them in the OCAA? He might have. Here, let me see. I'm actually kind of curious now. OCAA news. Top ranked player was Jose Bonsuave. And then he had the first round kicker, Enzo Fungaroli. I know Fungaroli. Fungaroli. It's not Fungaroli. Fungaroli. I mean, I would say the 2 quarterbacks would go in the top 3, but, I mean, teams don't really need quarterbacks, so I guess the Eagles are probably going to pick that pass rusher, if I were to guess. Jose. Who won? The Jets won. Thank goodness that game was over. Ugh. Alright, final game of the day. The Bulldogs and the Cardinals. Siri, give me a number between 1 and 2.
It's 2.
2 will be user in Arizona. I'm curious to see if the Bulldogs look like it watched. I'm very interested. Alright, which Cardinal combo do we want to rock with? We got to go with the All Blacks, right? I think we have to. Cardinals are in 86, London's in 84. I'm curious to see what this tandem does of Zeke and Watson and watched. They have more superstars than I would have thought. Smirnoff was top 5 in touchdowns, yards, and completion. I mean, he should go up, that's for sure. I'll never vote for All Blacks. Yeah, we got to go for the All Blacks. All right, final game of the day. 2 elite running backs, Ezekiel Elliott, Alvin Kamara, DeMarcus Lawrence back from his short injury. Alexei Smirnov taking on Deshaun Watson. What's good, Roland? Welcome to the stream, my guy. Can we all agree to not take... You would have to talk to teams picking ahead of you, Boomy. If there's someone who needs a quarterback and likes them, they're allowed to pick him. But for the purpose of storylines, I think we're all hoping the Canadian ends up in Baltimore. History made today in the OFL. Me and the Arizona Cardinals have a home playoff game. Have you never had a home playoff game? Yeah, that would make sense because you've never won a division. And the Cardinals have never won the division either. You guys did it when you left each other. Couldn't get over the hump together. Do you stream OCAA games? No, we don't. But a lot of the high draft picks have storylines from FG. So. You're his assistant coach in the RFL. Cool. Well, we have a few coaching spots available here if you would be interested. If not, it's all good. Enjoy the show. But Hitchens is already hurt. I don't know who he is. Is he a fullback? 44 is not a common jersey number on offense unless it's a fullback. So they're without their fullback. Oh no! Can you sign defenders while in the playoffs? Oh my word, Zeke Elliott. Hold on, I'll get back to your statement in a second. We've got a flag. We've got a flag. Everybody calm down. Is that an illegal block in the back? Yep. They're going back to before. Oh, so they're still getting positive yardage. So that penalty happened after he got the first down. Well, I mean, you guys aren't in the playoffs, so you might as well wait until the offseason. But I guess you can claim people off of waivers, yeah. So to answer your question, yes, you can sign people in the playoffs. Second and 6. Eric Ebron actually made a catch. I don't believe it. Never thought I'd see it today. Probably his only catch of the game.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, London.
This time Zeke gets nothing. He loses a yard. What's the practice squad looking like? I don't know. It's probably not filled with good players, I'll tell you that. Drew Lock is gone. Well, Lock is a free agent in the offseason, so yeah, I wonder who's going to. I wonder if Drew Lock is going to start somewhere next year. I imagine he should. I mean, he is superstar dev, so, and he was good for us last year. And then Phil Chippendale came in the mix, so I couldn't really say no. But I mean, if I was a QB needy team and couldn't find anyone else, I'd be happy to take on Drew Lock. Giants release Golden Tate. Lions pick up the goddamn phone and sign him. I don't care if we sign Tyrell Williams today. I want Golden Tate back. Bring him home. But yeah, that's a good move from the Giants. He wasn't really working out there.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Imagine a wide receiving core of Kenny Galladay, Tyrell Williams, Golden Tate, and Jalen Waddle. Yeah, quarterbacks ask for a lot of money in this game, even backups. So Drew Lock, who is, like, what, a fringe top 20 quarterback in this game? Yeah, he's still going to ask for an absurd amount of money. Time to see the Russian Rocket, the comrade in his first playoff game. Alexei Smirnov, the MVP candidate. The user. Did the Chiefs make the playoffs last year? Has Isaiah Thomas played in a playoff game? I really don't remember if they did or not. I just remember that the AFC West was super close. I feel like they did, but I don't remember who they played against. Yeah, Kamara's certainly going to need to be big. He, if I remember correctly, he played well against us last week. 2 right there for AK.
Alvin Kamara on the carry. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Kamara now to the outside with a nice run.
That's good for a Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Arizona is looking quite good early. We've had 2 very close games so far, but I mean, we're only 5 minutes in. It's not time to overreact, but Arizona's looking very good. You're afraid to see what Mahomes wants. Mahomes is going to want whatever the max a quarterback would ask for in this game is. I believe he made it as a 7th seed. I'm trying to remember. I know we lost to New England. I know the Raiders beat the Dolphins, but I don't remember the other game. Who won the other division? Was it the Texans? Yes, the Texans beat the Chiefs. Yes, I remember now. Houston, I think that game was in overtime. Or I remember it was close between the Texans and the Chiefs.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Don't know what you're going to do next year. Your schedule's going to be a lot more full. Should be fine for 21, as you'll still have morning and lunches to work on trades as you're getting a job soon. Cool.
Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier. Ricardo Allen.
Arizona is at the 10. They are marching to the end zone. If the winner of this game is guaranteed to go up to Carolina and play the defending champion Carolina Panthers, since, well, actually, no. No, I'm wrong. If the Caps win, the winner of this game plays Carolina. If the Bucks win, the winner of this game will head up to Toronto to play the Thunderbirds. How in the living hell did you go from Cam Newton to 2 user quarter? Oh, the Chiefs had Jalen Hurts for a while, too. Cam Newton, Jalen Hurts, and 2 rookie quarterbacks. You would have to ask the old coach, because that situation in KC was super weird. As Arizona gets the touchdown. I wasn't looking. Who scored? Hold on. It looked like Devontae Adams. Yeah, Devontae Adams in the back of the end zone. 7-0 Cardinals lead with 7 seconds to go in the first quarter. Looking good for Arizona. Barely remember anything about last season other than the 3 overtime game and the Panthers winning the championship. Yeah, that 3 overtime game. Was it 3 or was it 2? I think it was either 2. I can probably go back. It was either 2 overtimes and it went down to the final buzzer, or it was 3. How many wild card streams did I do? Like 4? Jesus. Okay. Hold on.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Cardinals 7, Bulldogs nothing.
All right, how many overtimes was the Memphis-Dallas game? I'll go back to the chat in a second, everybody. I think it was 2. Yeah, it looks like it was 2. But it felt like it was about 7. Who was hurt? Deshaun Watson's hurt! Oh my! The stream is about 5 seconds back, so that's how I was able to see it. He's going to the locker room. That means he's out for the game. Oh boy. Deshaun Watson is out for the game, and maybe more. Wow, who is their backup? I think they have like some 20-year-old rookie. Brown. I think his name is James Brown. He might have hidden death. I just remember he's 20 years old. So he's young. The game. Maybe. Yeah, this has been a disaster so far for London. I mean, I don't think this game could be going any worse. And the locker room cutscene means Watson's out for at least the rest of the game. Maybe more, which might not matter if London doesn't win this game. But I think this Brown guy was like a 3rd-round pick by the CPU last season. I think he's 20. That's all I know about him. He's 20. I think he only has normal, but he might have him. And he's looking quite good so far. Playing better than Watson was. Well, the Cardinals, let's not jump to conclusions yet. I know this is looking bad for the Bulldogs, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Zeke now to the 25. They're moving it down the field. They're having a good drive.
The tackle made by Miles Jack.
I mean, Deshaun Watson isn't very good in this game anyway. So, I mean, I don't think Brown being is as much of a downgrade as people think. I think the only thing is the Bulldogs' chances of winning this game aren't overly high as it is.
Complete to Ezekiel.
Yeah, this guy could be the next Nick Foles. Who knows?
Gain of 6. First down, London.
You did not game plan for this dude, no, but I think he'll be easier than Deshaun Watson. I'll tell you that. And Zeke has been contained. 7 carries for 18 yards.
Derek Brown on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Brown is looking like an upgrade. He has marched them down the field since Deshaun Watson was taken out of the game. They have Tony Pollard too, don't they? Look at Pollard go inside the 5. Have him as your starter instead of Zeke.
Tony Pollard.
It's like we're watching the real Dallas Cowboys.
Fitzpatrick on the tackle. First and
Believe in your team schemes. Oh, the Cardinals should still win this game. I don't think Nick should be too worried. But, I mean, this James Brown guy looks pretty darn good. If you lose to the Bulldogs, I'm going to laugh so hard. That would be funny if they lost to a backup 20-year-old rookie. Gonna make the Cardinals defense look like the Lions defense. Yeah, the Cardinals have Miles Jack at linebacker. I'd do many bad things to have a guy like Miles Jack in our linebacking core. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
he was brought down at the 4-yard line.
I honestly would not hate Owusu-Koramoah at 7. I know that seems high. I would probably pick him over Mike Parsons, to be honest. Although I wouldn't really want either at 7. Did you know that George Springer has the same amount of playoff games as the Jays have played all time? Jeez. Have the Jays been that bad in recent memory? I know they haven't been good. They had some good years in the 90s. The Joe Carter walk-off. But, and they had some good years in the early 2010s with Bautista and Encarnacion. Tom Brady was a backup rookie, that's true. A lot of good players are backups. Patrick Mahomes was a backup as a rookie. Did you win? Your team did not play. They'll play next year. So, you didn't win, but you didn't lose. Owusu-Koramoah could be a lot of things, and that's why I would not hate him at 7. We do not, I mean, our linebacking core doesn't do anything well. But, I mean, having a guy with his, like, range and coverage ability, his versatility, I mean, he's kind of the Isaiah Simmons of last year. But maybe a little bit worse. He doesn't have the size, and he's probably not quite as athletic as Isaiah Simmons, but there are some similarities. Before 2015, the last time they made the playoffs was 1990. They went 22 years without making the playoffs? Jeez. That's rough. JOK, he could play slot corner. And we're probably going to need a slot corner because Justin Coleman's probably going to get cut. Deron Harmon probably won't be back. Christian Jones is gone. Jared Davis probably gone. We could use pretty much everything that he can play. Could he play? He played running back in high school? Why did I not know that? I mean, he is quite athletic, too. I did not know he has a running back background, though. Smirnov has looked very good in his first playoff game. I think I said he was 7-8. Greatest quarterback of all time was backup in his first game. Was Joe Montana backup? I'm half kidding. Joe Montana was like a 3rd rounder, though, I think. So he probably was. He's from New Eagle, Pennsylvania. Is that close? Not at all. I knew he was from Pennsylvania because in 3rd grade we had to do this project. We had to study someone from the state of Pennsylvania and then dress up as them one day at school. And I picked Joe Montana. So I had this whole Niners jersey on. I had a big helmet. The Niners were my second team back then, so I didn't really mind it. He started 1 game as a rookie. Yeah, so Joe Montana was a backup. Greatest quarterback of all time. Owusu-Koramoah, Zaven Collins, 2 dudes you won at 26. Well, I mean, JOK should not fall. Zaven Collins maybe, and if you don't get Zaven Collins, there are other good linebackers who could work there. Nick Bolton, Jabril Cox. I know he's not projected to go in the 1st round, but I think he will be in that range. Jamin Davis, I think, out of Kentucky. I think his name is going to rise a lot. Another touchdown for Smirnov, this time for John Ross. Should have done Kobe. I think someone else probably picked Kobe. Although I like the Niners a lot back then. So Joe Montana. I have no clue who my first choice was, but it probably was Joe Montana. If Washington gets Curtis Samuel, you want them to pick Owusu Koromoa? That'd be a good pick at 19. I mean, with all the holes they have on offense, but he'd be good value. Yeah, Kyle Lowry was born very close to where I live. If I remember correctly. Hold on, let me see. It says he was born in Philly. I thought he was born a little bit west, in a different town. Born and raised in North Philadelphia. Okay, I didn't realize he was raised in the city. So I guess that's a little bit farther, but still, in the general area, yeah. When was that? Oh, this was like 3rd grade. This was ages ago. I don't know. I don't even remember if Kyle Lowry was good back then. Love being in Oregon and Detroit and Kansas then. Living across the country. I've never stepped foot in any of those states. Never. I was given no incentive to like those teams, but yet I still chose pain.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Why is Brown so good? I don't know. He's like a 70 overall, and he's out playing Deshaun Watson, who's like a 90. What year is this? This is like, what, 2020? I think this is the 2022 season. So, technically, if we're in the playoffs, if we're in January, this would be January 2023. This backup should be their starter. I know. Yeah, Kyle Lowry didn't blow up until then, yeah.
A gain of 19 yards.
You never did what? I said I never stepped in any of those states before.
Dan Bailey on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
I've seen some of my teams play. I've seen the Lions play. I've never seen the Lions lose, though. I've seen the Tigers play. I've never seen the Tigers win. And then I've seen the Pistons a few times.
Makes the score Cardinals 14.
But those were obviously road games. I've never seen them in their home fields. The Kansas has never won a championship while I've been a fan. So, no, I'm technically not a bandwagon. I have family who lives in Kansas. For what it's worth. I ain't no bandwagon.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Cardinals start the ball. They could really make this game ugly for the Bulldogs. It would still be a 2-score game pretty much no matter what happens here. But they can almost take it out of reach. How often did I stream over quarantine? I really don't remember. We did a lot of that as well here. But I don't think I streamed it crazy. That's when I started doing Twitch a little bit. I don't think I did it like crazy often.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Cameron Jordan with a sack. That was on 3rd down, too. Big stop for the Bulldogs. They're not out of this game. They're not out of it.
Jamie Gillen in punt formation.
Imagine if the Bulldogs tied up this drive. They might not after that punt. Okay, that's going to go in the end zone. Love living in Alabama, liking all the teams from Atlanta. But Alabama won't make a pro team. Oof. I mean, they practically have a pro team. I mean, Alabama trots like 15 players in the NFL each year. It's almost 1 year ago when Black Thursday... What is Black Thursday? Is that the day where, like, the country shut down? I remember the last day we had school was the day before MLB The Show came out. So the first day I had off, I had MLB The Show. So I was never bored during quarantine. I got super lucky date-wise. Now, it was, like, perfect timing. What's good, Pog? Welcome. Alexei Smirnov has played quite well, and so is the defense. That's going to be a pick 6 for Jack. Wow, what a time to show up! Holy cow! Miles Jack, the Defensive Player of the Year candidate. You called it. Incoming interception from a rookie. You did call it. Yeah, Deshaun Watson got hurt. This rookie came in and he's actually been pretty good, and then until that. Sports and country shut down. Yeah, that's literally been almost a whole year ago. That's crazy. Smirnoff is Jack's biggest fanboy, and for good reason. Able to get the download done at your grandparents' as Canada shut down? Yeah, we didn't have any schoolwork for like 2 weeks because they assumed we'd be back in 2 weeks. Obviously that didn't happen, but yeah, I was just able to play a bunch of MLB The Show. It's been a year. It's been it hasn't been exactly a year, but it's like almost been a year. Yeah. I think a year ago is probably when we started to really find out about it. I remember like the first like 20 cases that were in our state, like half of them were in our county, which was really weird.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
James Brown, forward passes to Miles Jack. You know, if the Cardinals score next, this game turns into a sim because they're up by 15. Didn't have Zoom. Well, we didn't even really have Zoom classes until September because the rest of the year last year we just got like a bunch of asynchronous work, and I was able to knock it out in like 2-3 hours. With procrastinating the whole time, obviously, but yeah, Elliott's starting to play a little bit better. Right as we say that, he loses a yard. He's averaging less than 3 yards per carry, though. Remember when you were about to help with the little kids' practice for basketball and then everything got canceled? Yeah, I remember when the governor made an announcement that all the schools in the state were closing. I remember there was like half an hour left in our Spanish class. It was the last class of the day, and then nobody did anything for the rest of the class. And I remember I was like super sick like a week beforehand when people were starting to hear about the virus, which was like super odd timing. 3rd and 1. I don't know if he got it. I think he did. Yeah, they're going to give it to him. Run defense is really good, clearly. I mean, Josh Jacobs had less yards last week.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down, London.
Thank you for reminding me to do my asynchronous work today. I still have stuff I have to do. I just haven't felt like it. Usually I save it all until like 6 o'clock at night. I did some stuff earlier today, believe it or not. Good for me. I have sickness, guys. I don't know if I could save a word on YouTube, but who knows? Maybe I did have it. Probably not. That would be kind of crazy if I had it before everyone knew about it, though. Procrastinated your work a lot as well. Didn't want to at all. I just want to play MLB Show. Played a full road of a show season in less than a week. Jeez. Always do your asynchronous work at 10. I feel that. Zeke up to a big 42 rushing yards. Holy cow.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. He got it. The Bulldogs are staying alive. But how long will they survive? That's a question. Yeah, Miles Jack has been a machine today. He's been really good.
The pass complete to Philip Dorsett. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
3rd quarter of the books. I think the only score here was the Miles Jack pick 6. Yeah, I think it was 14-6 at halftime. Throw another pick 6 so we can sim. That'd be funny if he did that here in the red zone. I mean, they could get stopped. I don't think London would kick a field goal here, nor should they. Zeke, I don't think he got it. 4th and 1, you have to go for it. Probably had it like a month. I feel like everybody's probably thought they'd had it. I thought I had it back in like November, and I didn't. Like how useless Spanish and French is? Facts. I'm very happy I chose not to take a language this year. Because those classes are boring. I mean, it would have been super easy to do virtual, because then I could use Spanish dictionary without sneaking it away from the teacher. And I could, like, do it during tests and stuff. Zeke has 45 rushing yards on 21 carries. That's just sad to me. French is a lot more useful in Canada. That's probably true, yeah. He's going to get sacked again. They might have to kick a field goal. They shouldn't. But I feel like knowing Madden, they will. There's 6 minutes left. You need 18 yards. I feel like Madden's going to kick the field goal, which is a dumb call. There's another sack. I mean, they're 25 yards out. I still wouldn't kick a field goal here, though. Oh my, they're going for it. 4th and goal at the 25. They're actually having balls. I don't believe it. Brown going for the end zone. Oh, he had it right in his hands. No, he had it because your dad tested positive, and then your mom, and then my nose said, all right, I'm head out. Since you were forced to take Mandarin, you use Google Translate. I remember the Spanish teachers always said Google Translate was really bad, and it actually was bad. Spanish dictionary was so good, though. That was absolutely clutch. Spanish teacher, you had a teacher that nobody liked. There were dictionaries that were thrown. Oof. Kalen Wallace is a monster on those safety blitzes. Yeah. I wonder what he's going to do in real life. I think he's a solid player. Cardinals can close it out on this drive and move on. So all 3 teams that most of us expected to win look like they're going to win today. But the first 2 games were quite close. I think the Saints made it a lot closer with Toronto than I was expecting. Mandarin, it's literally spot on. Yeah, I don't know why for Spanish it was super wrong. Had to do Spanish. You had to do that in kindergarten? Jeez. Hell, there are kindergartners who probably can't even speak good English here. How do they expect you to learn Spanish? Stats don't look incredible, but yeah, Smirnov's played incredible today. I mean, the stats aren't flashy, but he has been really, really good. Broken flower pots, broken computers, jeez. You Canadians got to control yourselves. Oh boy, flag, this might be a false start. If it's on the defense, that'd be huge. Wah-wah. Delay game. So... what kind of Spanish? Maybe hola. I don't know how you could actually learn Spanish in kindergarten. Is that a first down? Yup. But Dawson Knox is hurt, so the clock stops. For volleyball practice, you're excited. The Giants released Golden Tate and David Mayo. I think that would be David Mayo. I saw Rappaport and Schefter's tweets. I think the name was David Mayo. But yeah, Golden Tate did not work out with the Giants at all. I would be excited too. Although I'd like Golden back. You're in kindergarten, Acty. Acty, my new name is Acty. Too much vodka. Most you learned was during online school. I don't think many people would agree with that. I mean, if you did, that's good for you, but... I mean, now it's just too easy to cheat, so, like, you might as well. Or at least that's my logic with it. What did you miss? Well, we're pretty much done here for the most part. The first game, the Thunderbirds beat the Saints in overtime. The Jets beat the Bills. You're lucky you missed that game. That was a snooze fest. And then the Cardinals are beating the Bulldogs here with about 2 minutes to go. 1 assignment a week. That's all? Jeez. I mean, I feel like I'm lucky that I don't get a whole lot of work, but 1 assignment a week? Jeez. Did Spanish until high school where they said Spanish, French, and German were all full. Pitt better than Philly? You mean the city itself? I mean, I've never been in Pittsburgh, so I can't really agree or deny. But I will say the city of Philadelphia gets a bad rap. It's better than people give it credit for. Thunderbirds are OFL Bowl contenders, yeah. Bro, I barely know 90% of the English language. How do you expect me to learn the Spanish language? SpanishDictionary.com. Cardinals are going to kick the field goal. That does make it a 3-possession game. There's only a minute left. So since there's not a lot of time left, I mean, we could just watch it out, unless you guys would just rather sim. I mean, there's no point to watch. We might as well sim. Your class couldn't do anything. You were like 4 months. 4 months? Jeez. You're playing a backup quarterback, but they still made this game a sim game, and the backup quarterback played quite well. So even if Deshaun Watson had played solid, I don't think that would have changed a whole lot. Oh, Quandre Diggs with an interception. Okay, that's your game. There you go. The Arizona Cardinals are moving on. Nick and the Cardinals won a playoff game within the span of around 2 hours. That's kind of hard to believe. Cardinals were the All Blacks, that's why they won. That might be it, because these jerseys are muy caliente. Smirnov is the best kneeler. Right, let's take a look at the stats. I don't know how much longer the controller has. I think the controller will give me another 5 minutes. I was impressed with James Brown. I don't think he was that bad. I know he threw a pair of interceptions, one of them in the sim. Smirnov was great. He went 12 for 14. Zeke was not good. Kamara was good. I mean, the Cardinals' run defense looks like a force to be reckoned with. Who had the most yards? Sterling Shepard on 2 catches. Derek Brown was a machine. 9 tackles, 4 for a loss, 3 for Minka. It's an odd player to get a lot of tackles for a loss. How dare you disrespect American flag? Oh no, Oct, why? 2 days till the Cavs playoff stream. Yeah, that's on Friday. So no, I'm not streaming the OFL on Friday. I'm not doing 2 streams in 1 day. That's a lot. But yeah, that'll be on Friday. I'm really excited about that. You're a Russian in-game and a Canadian out of it. How long is B-Wags out for? That's a good question. Let's check. You're screwed. Why are you screwed, Chief? Running against your defense is a death wish. Yeah. I mean, the Panthers don't really have a good run game either. The Thunderbirds, The Caps, And who are we looking for? We're looking for Toronto. Bobby Wagner is done for the year with a dislocated elbow. Right? Yeah, there's no way he's returning from Super Bowl. The Bucs are really the only good running team left other than Arizona in the NFC. And, I mean, the Cardinals' defense, they've taken on back-to-back elite running backs in the watch, and they've shut them out. Let me see Josh Jacobs' numbers last week, because they were worse than Zeke's. And Josh Jacobs is quite good. Can you see other 2 stats? They're somewhere in the stream, so you should be able to find those pretty easily. Josh Jacobs had 14. If you play the Team Earth, you will not be missed. Alright, let's take a look. I probably should have just stayed in there. Yeah, alright. Playoff picture. So Arizona, Toronto, and the Jets all move on. We've got 3 games next time. Probably I'm going to do that on Saturday or Sunday. I don't really know yet. We're going to start with the Diablos and Chargers. Then we've got Caps, Bucks. And then Colts, Texans. Zachy and Colbert in a playoff game. Record your roster and make it unlisted. You have a roster video up. You can just use that. Alright, so I guess that will end today's stream. Don't think there's a whole lot more we would have to go over. I hope you all enjoyed. As I said, next stream will be sometime over the weekend. We're going to finish out the wild card round and then get to the divisional round. You don't have Cam Newton? I thought you did. Hold on. Let me check. I'm pretty sure Kansas City is Cam. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Yeah, you have Cam Newton. Thunderbirds or Panthers, either way, you're ready. You should be ready. I mean, that's going to be a tough game either way, so I feel like it will be poetic justice if the Caps win, just so we have Toronto, Carolina, Arizona, and Columbus as the top 4 in the NFC. Although the Bucks, if not the Caps, I would want it to be the Bucks, because I mean, there are clear 5 best teams in the NFC, and those are the only 5 left. So, but yeah, I think we're going to end here. I'm out. Peace.